Hello, ULF. This is Chairman Jack. Today I'm accompanied by...
Hi everyone, this is Comrade Taras.
And today we're going to talk about austerity. Now, what is austerity? Austerity is basically, to put it as simply as I can, a combination of tax increases while at the same time cutting public spending. So you hear like these basic platitudes in America about how the Democrats want to add more to public spending and increase taxes, and the Republicans want to end public spending and decrease taxes. Well, this is basically just the lie that they try to play against each other. What they've steadily done, all presidents for decades, going back to, I think modern American austerity mainly started under Reagan and Nixon, but more so in its most hyper sense since Bill Clinton and especially George W. Bush, my apologies. So, once again, to fundamentally put it as simply as I can, it is simply a increase in taxes while a decrease in public spending.
And we're seeing a lot of movements around the world right now. We have Venezuela is dealing with issues with privatization and with austerity. Chile, they're having protests, and we saw about 2 months ago they were really blowing up with all of the protests, and those were anti-austerity. In Greece, we have anti-austerity protests going on. They have been going on for years now. Bolivia, the same thing. Around the world, we're dealing with this issue of these governments making moves further and further right, specifically and especially when it comes to their economic plans, and the effect this can have not just on developed nations, but especially on less developed nations that already are living at a lower quality of life and are dealing with issues when it comes to socioeconomics. By further tightening that belt and by further increasing this like austerity and imposing that upon the people, it just makes it harder and harder for people to meet the baseline and their bottom needs.
Yeah, I think we're seeing this all around the world, as that's what modern neoliberal economics has led to. These basically trying to squeeze as much as they possibly can out of the poorest people in society to make a quick buck. Like, as we're going to get into, as we're going to do an On Austerity video and just talk about our own personal experiences with it and how it has affected us. And it's affected everyone. It's affected everyone. It's affected the rich for the better, but, you know, the rich don't matter. We don't care about the bourgeoisie. We care about the masses. And the masses have been systematically destroyed around the world due to austerity. You're seeing mass austerity movements even turn into the mainstream, like the Labour Party in the UK. Whatever you say about them, you know, they're Rhine capitalists, they're social democrats, whatever. They're still, you know, somewhat to a degree an anti-austerity movement with momentum. You're seeing this in America with a lot of anti-austerity movements. As Taras has said, it's a worldwide movement as neoliberal economics has strictly turned into an austerity movement.
Right, and you see a lot of the issues that get deferred onto the people who are living at the lowest class in society. All of these things like dealing with raising costs for housing, raising costs for electricity, for water, for heat, all of these things only affect people. They precipitate down to the lowest level and affect them the most. People who are already living in like relatively good standing and who are not dealing with these issues in the upper middle class or in the upper class don't have to worry about like what happens with the consequences of any of this, and they don't have to worry about whether or not there's a change to like the tax programs or to like social benefits or anything like that, because they're provided for. It's not their concern. Like, they legitimately do not care if there's other people that are worse off because of it, because it's more money in their pockets. And that is what neoliberalism has inculcated into people and perpetuated for years and years and years, is that it's okay to draw that line and to make that decision because your own personal prosperity is more important than the lives of other people around you.
Exactly, and that's the same reason why they privatize schools, they privatize busing, they privatize everything they can. Everything in your life will be privatized in order for them to make a quick buck. They privatize utilities, they privatize housing, transportation. Everything around you will be privatized, because that's what aids modern neoliberal economics due to this mass austerity. And I think that's so vitriolly disgusting, because it goes hand in hand with corruption. What Mike Duggan is doing in Detroit, giving every public asset off to the Illich estate and Dan Gilbert. It's just a corrupt scheme, and it aids into that. Every single government with mass austerity has a mass corruption issue.
Right, and you see companies like Nestle going around the world, particularly in India, when we're dealing with villages.
Flint.
Yeah, in Flint even, and impoverished places that already are struggling to provide for themselves. And when it's something as basic, a basic human need and human right like water, and they can come out and absolutely deny that and say that we own it, we purchased it, we have a right to this over other people. that is the philosophy of austerity, is that we
It's
can pay
disgusting.
for it and you can't, and we'll make sure that that continues because we built a system that will continue to keep you out of it. That is what it stands for.
So, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is actually going to be a lead-in to an On Austerity video, so anyone who is interested in that, just watch this video first. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.